Hey everyone, this is Phil. I hope you're all doing well. Over here in Japan, it's starting to get very hot, so it's definitely a sign of my least favorite season of the year starting. Today, I want to keep it really short and sweet. I've noticed that most of my videos run on way longer than I intended to. I apologize for rambling at times, and it's definitely going to get better when I get better at editing too, I think. So today I want to show a little tip for you on how to get film out of a medium format camera such as the Mamiya 7. The Mamiya 7 has the same film locking mechanism as a lot of the cameras that were brought out in the 80s and 90s. So the same thing I think applies on the Mamiya 6, the Fuji GW690, and I think the Pentax 6x7 has a similar system as well, so it applies to all of those. I have seen a lot of videos on how to load film into medium format cameras, but curiously none on how to get them out again. So when I started shooting medium format, I struggled a little bit with getting the film out in a safe manner. I was usually pulling on the tab of the film to get it out, and I was always afraid of unraveling the film and getting light leaks in there. So this is a little tip that I have figured out and that made unloading the film easier for me. So I hope it's helpful for a few of you guys as well. So here we go. Okay, so we've got here my Mamiya 7. We've got a roll of, this is just backing paper, so there's no actual film in this, but I'm going to use this to demonstrate. So if you open up the camera, and then you have the spool chamber and then the uptake spool chamber, and obviously to load it, you just put the new spool into the first chamber, lock it, pull it over, thread it into the uptake spool, and advance the lever until you reach that indicated spot. So once you're done shooting your roll of film, if you open up the camera, it will look like this. So the film is now all completely on the uptake spool, and the original spool is empty. So what you do is you unlock tabs, and then you have to get the full film uptake spool out. So when I started shooting medium format film, I would try to get this out by like pulling on the film and taking it out. But obviously that might lead to some issues with the film partially unraveling. You might get some light leaks in there. You might even drop the film, which is never ideal. So I have noticed that since it's engaged on the top, it's actually easier if you pull on the tab, unlock that mechanism, and then take your fingernail and then just pull the spool upwards with your fingernail, and then it'll tilt out of the camera. So then you can just grab it. And if you're used to doing this, you can just do this one-handedly. So this is very easy to unload the spool from a medium format camera. And as I said, this system of film locking mechanism is very common on cameras in the 80s and 90s. So this is the same system on the Mamiya 6, 7, on the GW690. I think the Pentax 6x7 has a similar system. So if you have any of these cameras, try this out. Just pull the tab and then tilt the spool out with your fingernail. This makes it a lot easier to unload. So yeah, this is how I do it, and it makes it a lot easier. So that's it for today's video. I know it's a really trivial tip that you've probably figured out by yourself by now. But if you haven't, I hope it was helpful. And if it was, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed to my channel, you're one of about 10% of viewers, and I really appreciate you. So thank you. I hope you have a great day, and hope to see you again.